Hey guys, today I'm getting the video started with starting supper. It's not supper time. This is a slow cooker meal. It's beef ragu. We haven't had it in 2 years, is it? Yeah. It's been about 2 years. But the beauty of this meal is, for a family of 4, you can have 2 meals out of it. Because you cook the base of it, which is what I'm about to show you. Now you eat part of it tonight, and the other half of the base you put in the freezer for later, or you can just eat it a couple days in a row if you want to. The way we're going to do it, since we're just 3 here, is he'll have one for work tomorrow, have one for today, and Noah and I, of course, will have it for today. And I eat less than they do, so it works out great. I'm making beef ragu. It is anywhere from 6 to 8 ingredients. And the reason why I say that is because some people may not want to put black pepper on theirs. And some people, like me today, does not have fresh basil. But I'm pretty sure if you have those things, it would make it a lot better. So the first things you need for just this initial part is a large onion, a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, and 2 pounds of ground beef, ground chuck. You can use venison. I don't know if you could use pork or not, but I'm sure you can use turkey or chicken. Any of those things, I'm pretty sure you can use. Like, I know some people can't have beef, some people can't have pork. I mean, different people have different aversions or allergies, or their bodies react to different things, but a ground meat. And so we're gonna get this started. I'm gonna get the camera down here because I need to cut up my onion. I do not have a large onion. I only have smaller ones because the last time I bought large onions was at Sam's, because you can't seem to find them around here, but that's okay. And I have what I need to put in the crock pot here already, and I've got the slow cooker going. It's on high. Another thing with this meal is you can cook it on high for 4 hours or on low for 8 hours. So it's pretty versatile. You can have it like a long, slow day, or if you need it a little bit quicker, you can do it in the 4 hours, but it's still not like a quick meal. But you do get a freezer meal out of this, which is great. I got this recipe from the Big Book of Slow Cooking. It's the Southern Living cookbook. I do believe that I found the recipe online from Southern Living, and if I did, I will link it down below. But just listen to me and I'll tell you what's in it, because otherwise I won't have any way of telling you what's in it. So let me get the camera down here to, I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut my onion, and I'm going to add it to the slow cooker because that's what it says to do. I need to take some of this peeling off. Jeff, will you please take out the garbage? I did not know it was that full. I thought it was taken out yesterday. I guess I'm going to have to sit all my junk over here to the side. All the not good stuff. I usually like to have it where the garbage is empty, or not empty, but where I can put it all in there. I have used a garbage bowl before, which works, but not everybody wants to do that. Okay. It doesn't say how small to cut the onions. It just says to chopped onion. So I guess, what is that? It's my brain telling me something's there when it's not. It's a tone in the wood, I guess. There's absolutely nothing on the cutting board. And I'm still really liking these knives. This is actually the first time I've used the cutting board, though. I like it too so far. I mean, I oiled the cutting board, but haven't used it. And I told you guys the other one I was going to use for just like charcuterie. I don't want to really cut anything on it because I have big cutting boards. That doesn't mean I will always be that way, because one day I might decide to cut on it because the other ones get worn out or something. But if you take care of a cutting board, it can last you for years. You just have to oil them right and all that stuff. Just like a cast iron skillet. If you take care of it, it'll be fine. Now, I'm not saying it's going to last as long as a cast iron skillet does, because they can last generations. But a cutting board can last a long time. I'm just doing a rough chop. Alright, I'll put that in the sink. I'm gonna kind of spread it all around in the pan, in the slow cooker. I am not putting any oil in here though, because I'm about to put, with this right here is what got me, because I had never at the time cooked ground beef in a slow cooker. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I remember the day I did this, I was very skeptical about it cooking properly, but it does. It cooks just fine. And there's no problems with it. But I was very skeptical, and I have been wanting this since then, since we ate the last one out of the freezer. I've been wanting it since, but I just haven't made it. And it's not that hard. I don't know why I didn't make it. Do you know why, Jeffrey? Because we were so busy. But I do want to get back to doing some more of my cooking, which I have been a little bit on here, but I want to find some new recipes. I've got lots of cookbooks. I've been looking in some. My sister-in-law wants me to help her with, she's about to have some time off from work, and she wants me to help her with some freezer meals. So I'm going to be looking through my freezer meal things, and she told me to pick some meals, and we'd go shopping at Sam's or somewhere and get whatever we needed and have a big cooking day. And I told her that I'd help her do that, so, because she works and is so tired whenever she gets home. She just wants something easy. Not every day, but sometimes, and they eat out quite often, so she's wanting to figure out something else. And I told her that we don't really eat out much because of the way I do things. And I know I do have days I don't feel like cooking. Yesterday I didn't feel like cooking, and I didn't. But we didn't go anywhere to eat. We had something here. Alright, so now let me move this, and I'll wash those in a few minutes. Alright, so now that's completely covered down there in the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to take the ground beef, and I have 2 pounds of ground beef here. I'm going to move it that way some so I can get it. I might have to use my knife to cut that, but now I threw it in the sink, and I don't like to take it out of the sink because that just messes with my brain. No, this is an easy peel. Good. Some of these packets are not easy peel. It's a little bit frozen. Alright, so I'm just gonna break it up into here. It's hurting my hand because it's frozen. But I want to break it up and get it all over, which is going to be easy because there's 2 pounds here. And like I said, this is 2 meals, unless you have a big family. Now, if you have more than 4 people, you're going to, unless it's little kids, you're going to need more than, you know, this. But if it's a family of 4, I think that's how many it says it feeds, is 4. Jeff, can you look at the, what are you doing? Making lunch, but there's stuff in there for lunch. He's making a sandwich for lunch. He just wants a bologna sandwich. Is that what it is, Jeffrey? You need to be eating soup. I told you guys yesterday he wasn't feeling well. Are you feeling any better? No, he's not feeling any better. It does say to crumble this up, but later on we're going to come back and do more to it. This one is not quite as frozen as the other one. See, it just covers all of that, and there's going to be oil in this. At least I guess there will be. It is ground chuck, this one is. Alright, let me wash my hands again. Gotta get these onion peels out of here because I do not have a garbage disposal. And I do not want them to go down into the drain. I'm washing my hands anyway, I can squish that down some. Every time that I touch ground beef, I end up feeling like a greasy residue all over my hands. So I have to really wash my hands then, like really, really scrub. Which I wash them all the time anyway, but still. Okay, so the last ingredient for now is, don't drop, don't fall. It is 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, and you just pour this over the top. Pour it all over. Okay. Now you put the lid on it and you leave it alone. You don't mess with it. You let it do its thing, you let it cook, you let it smell your house real good, because you're going to smell some yumminess happening. You don't put any seasonings in this at all right now. Let me get the camera up here so I can talk to you. It's a little bit far, and I shake y'all around. But anyway, you leave it alone because it's just going to cook all those flavors together. And it's just 3 ingredients so far, which the tomatoes have more than 3 ingredients. They've already got salt and stuff like that in there. But you let that cook. And in 4 hours on high, if you put it on high, in about 3.5 hours, if you do it on high, or 7.5 if you do it on low, you start cooking your penne pasta. And once the 4 hours is up, we're going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt, and we're going to grate up some Parmesan cheese. So I'll come back and show you what we're doing whenever this is done. I don't know what else I'm doing today other than laundry. I've already done the dishes because I did have dirty dishes in the sink, so I went ahead and put those in the dishwasher. But I've already done that, and I don't really know what else I'm doing today other than the laundry. Like I said, I've got 1 load to do, I think. I don't even know. Is there a whole load in there? He doesn't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, other than laundry and editing, I'm not sure what's happening. So I'll figure it out, and if it's something I'm going to share with you guys, I will. I know I've been doing several cooking videos with you guys lately, which is something I used to do a lot of. In fact, there was 1 month I cooked every day in October whenever I did a Croctober. It was a Croctober marathon. Oh, I don't really know. It was a challenge anyway. So, I know that y'all like the cooking videos and the cleaning videos, so I don't feel bad about sharing just cooking with you guys. But I will be back at some point to show you whatever's happening, whether it's just this or something else. Okay guys, I gotta tell you something about this, but real quick I gotta check the noodles because I just thought about it when I turned the camera on. Alright, they're doing good. They're not quite ready yet, but they're doing good. Be plenty of time to do this. I made a mistake when I was putting this together, and I figured, you know, I could just tell you about it whenever I am doing this part, because it's not that big of a deal as long as you catch it. So I'll put in 128-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I was supposed to add 2. Okay, so I was looking at it, I'm like, something does not look right. It does not look like as much. So I went back and I added a second one. It's fine, okay? It's in there now. It just wasn't in there before. So at this point, I'm going to do something that it doesn't say to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of this grease because I don't want all of that on here. And I could have went ahead and done that before that I ever started filming again, but I want you to know that this could happen. I'm also going to tell you things I've done today because I have not filmed anything else. As you can see, there's nothing before this. I Swiffered the whole house like this, the dust mop thing, and vacuumed. I like to Swiffer this house because that just looks like juice, not grease. I like to Swiffer this house because it is easier than the other house was. The other house, it was hard to use a Swiffer dust mop thing on it. But this one, the flooring is just so much better, and it gets all that little stuff up, and then I go back through and I vacuum the big stuff. So I did that, and I've washed clothes, and I folded clothes. I talked to my sister on the phone. All right, that's good enough. Okay. I'm going to have to get rid of this, but not in... I'll put it in the garbage later when it dries. When it cools off. All right, so what I'm doing now is I've got to come in here and break this up and stir it up. If you have a situation where that... this is already crumbled up really good, this meat, but I did do a pretty good crumble whenever I was putting it in, so this is really good. But anyway, seems like it did really easy the first time. If you end up having pretty bad heartburn whenever you have red sauce, you can add a little bit of sugar to this. I wouldn't add more than a tablespoon, and I'd be real careful if I did that, but that would be a tablespoon for this whole entire pot, which is actually enough to feed 8. Let me make sure what it says on the recipe. I keep saying that because it's 4 meals, or 4 plates, and then, let's see. Yes, it's 8. That it'd be 8 servings. Let me see. Am I right with this? Yes. Okay. So it says, let's see. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to stir this on up. And I'm going to get my kosher salt. Because I have some. Noah, will you come get the girls? Because, Allie's whining at the door. And I'm going to put in, what was it, a teaspoon? My book keeps flipping back over. Yes, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, which means you're going to end up with a tablespoon start over. 1 teaspoon for the full recipe of kosher salt, which means you're going to end up with a 1/2 teaspoon for what you're going to eat tonight for the whole thing. I did put salt in my noodles. So now what you're supposed to do, which I'm not going to do, you know what? Yes, well, you're supposed to take half of this out and let it cool for you to put in the freezer. But I don't want to do that. And the reason why I don't want to do that is because I want to put it straight into a Ziploc bag. So I'm going to just turn off the heat and let it cool in my slow cooker. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna just dip out what we need for tonight. Alright, so I'm gonna move you over here to the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can't see all of them. You can kind of see this one right here. But I have 4 bowls here. I have one for each of us tonight, and then one for Jeff's for work. Then I've got more. I've got double the amount of Parmesan cheese than what we needed shredded, because I just went ahead and shredded the whole 8 ounces. You only need 4 ounces. Then I have fresh cracked black pepper that I will be using. Do not skip the black pepper unless you absolutely hate it. I promise you, it is so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the side of that. I'm gonna go ahead and get some noodles into each one of these bowls. You're supposed to divide this 16-ounce packet of noodles between all 4 of these servings. I don't know who all saw the last time I did this, because like it was a long time ago, but I don't want as many noodles, so I'm not gonna have a whole amount that everybody else, you know, has of the noodles and all. So that's fine, you know, I don't have to have the full serving. What I do is I give the rest of it to the boys. I give them my extra. They don't mind. Sorry about this horrible noise this thing makes. And then, because I give them some extra, which I didn't put enough into this one, I have some more left over here that I'm gonna put into another bowl for like Noah a midnight snack or whatever. You know, it's not, that does not look good. I don't like the way that looks at all. It looked like, I don't know what it looked like. It kind of looks like where that something like a hot dog or something was put into it. What is going on in this corner of this? Nothing. It's just a figment of my imagination. I'm losing it, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to put the rest of these noodles in here. So really it makes 5 servings for us for the night. And if something happened and Noah wanted some more, he could come get it. Or if, you know, Jeff wanted, you know, if he could eat this other one for work another day. It's not a big deal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just do this one with this. Why do I leave that in there? I'm going to put the sauce on this one. I'll be right back. Okay, so this one's going to be Noah's. He likes a pretty good bit of pepper. So, you put the pepper on. Now, if you don't like pepper, don't add it. But I'm telling you, it is so good. I don't know why. It just is. Alright, you put a good, if you can get it, fresh cracked pepper. And then you put finely shredded, which this kind of, it was frozen before. You put finely shredded Parmesan cheese. You could use Parmigiano Romano, is that how you say it? If you wanted to. But it's supposed to be 4 ounces between 4 plates, so it's 2 ounces each. So it's a pretty good bit of cheese. But I'm just going to put that much on him for him and see if he wants that much. But that is what it looks like. Isn't it so nice? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take him his. He doesn't know I'm doing that, which I might need to bring him in here. Well, I don't know if he's got anything to drink, but I'm going to go ahead and take it to him, and then I'll be back to talk to you guys. Okay, I surprised Noah. He didn't expect me to bring him his. This is Jeff's for work, Jeff's for tonight, and then whoever's. I'm not putting my sauce on yet because I want to wait until right before I eat it to have mine done. But I want these to cool off so I can put them in the refrigerator. So I'm getting them ready to go. Okay. Put cheese on. And then I'm going to let the other sauce just cool off. And I can put it in the freezer. And it's 2 meals in one almost. Now, you're supposed to put a little bit of basil, fresh basil on here. I don't have any, so I can't do that. I'm going to put this like this. Not all the way on, but kind of. And this one, ooh, I almost overfilled it. And I'm going to put some saran wrap over that one. Why don't you get up in there and eat, crazy girl? The cat is just being extra today. She's standing on the floor instead of getting up on the bin to eat her food. Alright, so now all that's done. Now if Noah happens to want some more, he can have this one. Let me get the camera up here somewhere. Okay, so y'all are hanging out in my cabinet. I kind of did do kind of a chill day today because for some reason my back's been a little bit sore, and that happens from time to time. You guys know I have spine problems, and I just kind of just didn't do much. I worked on my planners, played around with those, and did some reading, and you know, I didn't do a lot of housework, but I didn't have much to do. I did Swiffer the whole house and vacuum. I did do the dishes, and I did cook supper, and I did do some laundry, but I didn't do any deep stuff. I don't do deep cleaning every day anyway. If I told you I did, I'd be a liar. So I don't do that. But today was a slow day for me. I just kind of chilled out and didn't do as much as I have been lately, because I have been doing a lot of stuff that I haven't been showing y'all, just trying to get the house a little bit more organized and reorganizing things and all that kind of stuff, because we're trying to find what works for us. I did reorganize a little bit over where the cat stuff is though, because I put her big box of wet food behind the other one, and maybe that's why she's not getting up there on that, because that box is there now. I may have to change it back, but I didn't pick up the box, I just slid it around. But I wanted to let you guys know it's okay to take some slow days. It's okay to rest if you are not feeling the best. And like I said, my spine has been messed up for quite a few years, probably 20 that I've really, probably more than that, because I started having problems whenever I was pregnant with Selena, but I don't know if that was just that, but it continued even after that. So I don't really know. Actually, I've had a sore back my whole life, it seems. I love massages, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm trying to talk about. But I had a slow day, and it's okay to have slow days. Do that if you need to. Do sit down work. Don't do other things. But tonight I am going to watch some, I don't know, I'm going to watch some YouTube, because I have a couple ladies that I know have uploaded today, and I'm going to be editing some YouTube for me, my channel, for you guys to watch. And I do want to say that the 2 collab videos that I had, or anyway, I had some collab videos last week. You guys are so sweet. You're so sweet, and you told me just go ahead and do it. And you know what? I'm going to quit second guessing myself, because you guys are here to watch me, and you don't have to watch what you don't want to watch. And you just made me feel more confident in our friendships, and it just made me so happy getting those comments. Today was the day that the one that had the cutting board and knives in it came out. Now there's another one coming, which you'll see tomorrow. Or no, not tomorrow, last week on Thursday it went out, but it'll be my tomorrow that I'm pretty sure y'all are gonna be saying, y'all gonna be like, shush woman, just hush. But anyway, I am so grateful for you. I just made myself sound weird, but I'm so grateful for you, because you're so nice, and you're just like, just do whatever. And I do appreciate that so much. And I wanted to tell y'all, because it really just touches my heart that you guys just are here for me. You're here to watch us do things, and you're here for our personalities and to see what's going on with us. There might be quite a few cooking videos coming up though. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking there is, because I'm getting this kitchen. I mean, we've been in here for a little over 2 months, and I'm learning how to film in here and stuff. And I know that the coloring is different for the lighting and stuff. I cannot control that. I don't know what to do. But it's becoming fun to film in here, whereas at first I was like, what am I gonna do? But now it's fun and I enjoy it, and I love cooking anyway and sharing recipes. This one, if I can find the online version to share with you, I will be sharing it, and it's really easy if I can't find it. So easy. This is just, and it's 2 meals. It's 2 meals if you have a smaller family. If you have just you and your spouse, then it would be 4 meals. Like 4 days. You could put 3 of them in the freezer. It'd be awesome. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you, because you are so sweet. And I know some of you don't comment, and that's all right. I don't mind that. I feel like we should do what we can, and I know some of you are like me. You're watching on the TV, so you can't comment without getting your phone out or taking out a computer or your laptop or going to your desktop or whatever. It's a little bit more difficult to comment if you're watching on TV, and it's so easy to watch on TV, so I understand that completely. But I know that some of you, you know, are doing that, so maybe you can't comment, and I appreciate you watching. I just really do. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shush my mouth. I don't even know what all I've said. If you try this recipe, let me know. I had never made it until the day I made it back a couple years ago and fell in love with it. So thank you for hanging out with us, or with me. Jeff was here a little bit, and what am I saying? Thank you for hanging out with us. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.